it's another Tampa game in September. At least I won't be coming in from Pittsburgh this year, but you know how those, like, hey, it'll be okay. I get it's okay to if they lose to Tampa, I'm not going to be happy, but to just like Eric said, take a step back and think.
Oh, and I want to kind of shoot this in the butt. I forgot that I wanted to bring this up, but Rusiani, Diana Diana Rusiani posted a article yesterday saying that the reigning Super Bowl MVP has a new mindset and confidence after winning the first team party. Wow, what an article! What a way to fucking put up something that is, as I call it, Captain Obvious.
They need content, Eric.
Dude, they need content. I'll give them content. I'll just
But
fucking.
to her defense, Hurts seems more human than he has before. We've called Jalen the robot. He is literally
We
the
call.
android version of Nick Saban. He's actually shown some human emotion, and as we've talked about off air, on air, I think winning that bowl and having to hear this stupid bullshit all off season long, I think it's going to awake something in that man.
Yeah,
And I think it awoke something in that head coach, and it awoke something in that locker room.
yeah,
This is not a team that is. That 2018 Eagles team, why I keep coming back to them, because look, they're the only other team that won a Super Bowl. That 28, and I remember doing the pod, Eric, we were doing 3 shows a week, sitting there week in and week out going, this team thinks they can just roll the fucking football out there and win the game.
and we were ripping them.
And we were ripping them. This team, yes, they are more talented. Yes, they are younger. But when you have, it doesn't matter what position group it is, it doesn't matter how long they've been here. Dude, every single person in that locker room is preaching the sentiments of the head coach and the quarterback. I think and why, dude, like even people at work today were like, you really think like this team is that good? I'm like, yes. Like, I was like, them winning the Super Bowl last year, literally, that could have been for the rest of the league Pandora's box, and they could have opened it. Because if this team is that confident in their ability to already have a good roster, be as young as they are, you could be looking at, we could be that hated team. Everyone hates Kansas City now. Everyone hated New England. I've always wanted to be that team. I want everyone to see that schedule and go, oh, the fucking Eagles are on it. Like, I hate them. I want to win a game and have these stupid idiots on Facebook going, oh, the refs, they pay the refs. Oh, the refs, the refs, the refs, the refs. I want that. Philadelphia, we've never had that. We've never had that. That's what you should want to be in every sport.
Yeah.
But especially with this team, because they have the mentality and they have the culture. And they're prepared for it. And then the opposite of that is the team that's coming in here tomorrow. Because that team doesn't have a culture. They have a brand new head coach from a coaching family. Schottenheimer's been very successful. He's trying to establish that culture. And then 8 days before his first game as head coach, they trade his best player on either side of the ball. A week before the damn season starts. Like, this is a tale of culture versus no culture. Now, to actually get into the game, I do think Dallas is going to be able to do some things. Dak, CD, Pickens, with the question mark at cornerback 2, and we don't know who's going to be starting at safety, I think Dallas is going to get some chunk plays. I'm not going to be shocked if Dallas puts up some points. Dak might have if you for hey, one of our sayings here is fuck your fantasy team, but if you have him in fantasy, you might go, oh my god, look, he looks pretty good. But it's going to be tough for them over the middle of the field, and it's going to be tough for them to run the football. My big question, Dallas is offense-wise, I mean, they kind of go in tandem, is the offensive line and the running back room. Ferguson's solid. Lamb's fantastic. Pickens is good. Dak's good. But they have a lot of question marks at offensive line. And when you have...
They have a lot of, like you said, they have a lot of
holes on the offensive line. They have 3 Tylers on the offensive line.
Yeah.
And when you have 3 running backs... Okay, like, how do I want to word this? Having a running back committee can be, like, pretty cool. Like, we had it here a couple years with the Eagles where we had Westbrook, Buckhalter, and, oh, God. I forget who the third was. But,
Mahe?
you know, maybe a little Reno Mahe action, maybe a little... Not Chris Polk. Chris Polk was the chip years, but you know, you had a couple. You had a little tandem. You got a little 1-2 punch. We saw it work with the Giants back in 2001 with Ron Dane and Tiki Barber. The problem with Dallas is it's a rookie in Jaden Blue who could be okay. Javonte Williams is. I've been hearing it's going to be his breakout year for freaking 5 years now, and Miles Sanders is shot.
Yeah.
And to go with an offensive line that's not good, I don't like that, especially with how strong the Eagles are on the interior defensive line. So Dak's going to be forced to put up points through the air and probably use his legs. So I think they're going to get some chunk plays. But when it comes down to it, outside of those chunk plays, I think Dallas is going to struggle to put drives together because the running game is either going to be inconsistent or just not there.
And that's something that you can even add to, like, the Cowboys, like, all season. Like, he's going to have to throw.
Yes.
That running, like, unless Jaden Blue can, like, all of a sudden become, like, the one of the top backs, he's gonna have to throw 40 to 50 times a game.
Yeah. And that's where you get into trouble with Dak because he does have a tendency to turn the ball over.
Right. So
and
more attempts More
attempts, and with if that offensive line doesn't gel quickly, you're going to see that often throughout games where he's having to throw under pressure, and that's where the mistakes are going to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they'll be able to attack the Eagles over the middle with this linebacker core. I think it's going to be a difficult thing to try to do. I think they're going to try to attack the outside or maybe try to utilize CD over the middle to get someone, underneath or in between some zones over the middle of the field. But I think they're going to try to make their killing on the outside, whether that be with Lamb or with Pickens, just because I think over the middle of the field the Eagles are going to be pretty tough with that linebacking core, Reed Blankenship, DeJean. That's going to be difficult, and I kind of see the question with the Eagles, especially in that front seven, is the depth of edge rusher. But especially it being week one, knowing Jahad Campbell's going to be out there on the field, which was not expected even when you drafted him, don't be shocked if you see him and Bond rotate down and play de facto edge rusher. And that could, especially, again, I think this interior Eagles defensive line is potentially deep enough to minimalize the negative impact of not having depth at edge rusher. I just have a feeling you're going to see some packages where either you get that slot corner blitz from Coop, or you're going to see Zach Bond / Jihad Campbell be a de facto edge rusher at during certain packages and certain plays and down in distances to throw Dallas off guard and probably make a play or two.
And if this is kind of at the point right now where I kind of want to go back and tell the people that missed it. If you missed the episode that we did explaining the Vic Fangio defense, you can always go back and listen to it or watch it. It's on YouTube. It's on Twitch. And you can see some of the concepts that Matt has been explaining in real time and understand it more for your viewing pleasure.
Oh, you know what I just noticed, Eric? I said I was going to call him and yell at him, and he showed up.
Yep.
Hello, Tommy! I love you!
I hope you tilt him again and trigger him again.
Dude, sadly,
really
we don't get them till 16 and 18, and that Week 18 game's not going to mean a damn thing for us.
I hope you trigger him so bad he fucking jumps off the server again. Oh, dude, I knew you were. Yeah, that was classic. Top 5.
No, I won't get drunk and get on.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
You the man, Tommy. You the man.
Yeah, the offensive line though, I don't think that's broad enough. Like that Cowboys offensive line is just like, and I knew he brought it up, but I don't think we talked enough about.
No, I think people, for the most part, unless you're like hearing guys like Baldy talk, and your guys that are living, eating film, breathing film. I think the Cowboys still are getting by with the offensive line they had 3 years ago, 4 years ago, where you think of it, there was a stretch there where when you thought really good offensive lines in the league, you thought Eagles, you thought Cowboys, and you thought the Chiefs and you thought Baltimore. And then you've kind of seen over the last 2 years, really, the Cowboys offensive line got old. They don't like to pay people, and they lost a lot of those guys. And they drafted a rookie in Booker to try to fill the void of not having Zach Martin, but. Steele and to me I think they could develop into a good line, but I think if you're, especially if you're looking at the Cowboys through these first 4 weeks, I think that's going to be where if these teams that have good defensive lines are going to give them a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and I think that's where you're going to see the Cowboys struggle until they can find a little bit of gelling.
And those guys, they had guys miss time throughout training camp, so it's not even like they've had a lot of camp time together to start to get that continuity. And not even being a homer, but this is a very tough task for a decent to mid to bad offensive line to deal with. Having